Hi, welcome to this tutorial on managing user turnover and user movements. The travel industry has normally got a high turnover of staff, and staff move from one office to the other. Now, in your system in ResRequest, it's important that you manage those users. To find the users, let's go to Contact, Find Contact, click on that, and we'll select User and search. This will return all the users in the system. Now we can look through and say, fine, we want to work with a particular individual, and we will see that these people are linked to Madron Magic. Now that link over there is a link to your business structure, which was set up for that person to work with everything that falls under that in the business structure. It may be that you don't require that individual to work with those properties any longer, and to do that one would have to go and remove that link. Okay, and now we'd add a link, and here the business structure would appear with all the properties and accommodation types, but also the marketing name, the invoicing unit, and the properties. So in this particular case, we might say, well, that particular individual may only work with a certain invoicing unit's properties or a specific property. That is where you would then reassign them to work with different properties in your business structure. However, you might also have a scenario where they move to different departments. Let's go and have a look at that. Administration, Setup, User Access. And in this particular case, we might say, fine, that person is in Reservations. Move down to the Reservations group and over to the right under the User column. Let's click on 2. And here we see we have 2 users. Now it may be that that user needs to move to another department. The process of doing that was simply select, remove that user from this particular group. It puts the person into an unallocated group. We close that and we move to the new group. In this particular case, maybe she's moved to a lodge. Let's go down to the lodge area, lodge management, move across to the user column, click on that, and now we'll bring the individual over from the unallocated area and we'll add that user to that particular group and close. Through these steps, one can move users to different groups with their same sign-on, and they then work in the system subject to the rights that you have given to that particular new group. In the event that you have a user or staff member leaving the employer of your company, it's important that you deal with that user's sign-on in the following manner. Let's assume it was the lodge manager that has left. We'd go to that particular group under the user column, select the individual, remove from that particular group, close. We then go down and we have created a group called No Longer Here. They do not have any functional rights, they cannot see any properties, and let's go and assign that user who is left to this particular group. So we'll take the individual over and add that user to the group No Longer Here. Close that. As an extra precautionary measure to do with staff that have left is to go to the contact, find that contact, and we'll do it through this process. We could have searched individually, but our base is small. This particular individual over here has left. We've moved him to the group No Longer Here, and now what we will do is go and reset the password. Resetting a user's password happens on the user button. Click on that. And here we go, reset user. We'll click on that, and obviously we will not email that new password. We'll just cancel the resultant pop-up with an email. If you found this tutorial on user movement and user turnover useful,